Hi, my name is Dr. James Simmons. I'm a practicing pediatrician with the practice All Children's Pediatrics.
We're here at Port Royal City, South Carolina, which is a part of Beaufort County. And yes, you just heard the introduction from Dr. James Simmons at All Children's Pediatrics. How you doing today, Dr. Simmons?
Fine.
Thank you so much for joining us on the show. Now, I want to ask you about being a pediatrician. Tell us about what a pediatrician does.
Basically, a pediatrician is a physician that takes care of children. We take care of children from the time they're born till they're about 18 to 21 years of age.
Wow. Now, I want to find out from you, because this is a very challenging job, because you deal with children. If some young people don't want to deal with children, this is the type of career that they may not want to go into, right?
Choose this career.
That's right.
It actually takes a lot of patience to deal with kids. Actually, I would say more so with the parents than with the children.
Mm-hmm.
The children basically, they run, they make a lot of noise, but that's actually what we enjoy most about it. The parents usually they're anxious because they're worried about their children. But if you don't like kids, this is definitely not the field.
Okay. Now, let's talk about your inspiration for becoming a medical doctor, because you are a medical doctor. Talk about that.
Basically, when I was a child, I liked two things. One, I've always liked, the human body, and I've always liked detective books and detective work. So basically, medicine combines the best of both worlds. You get to deal with the human body, plus you get to figure a lot of things out. So it's like detective work.
Wow. Now, one of the things, and being a medical doctor, and we know that, and you specialize in pediatrics, is that time that it takes to become this medical doctor. Talk about the time and what you had to do to prepare for this career.
Okay. Basically, it requires 4 years of undergraduate college and 4 years of medical school. And in pediatrics, every medical profession actually requires you to go to what we call a residency. And with pediatrics, that's about 3 years. But it depends on what you're going to. It can take a lot longer than that. So a total of about 11 years of school.
11 years of school. So my next question would be, what is that exciting for you to have spent 11 years to get to this point?
Well, I think a lot of children, they hear, young men and young women hear, 11 years, that's a long time. Actually, it's a lot of fun. You spend one because you're doing what you like to do as far as you're in school, and that's a lot of fun in and of itself. Also, that you're actually learning the human body, you're learning about diseases, and you can actually look at your friends and your family, start making little diagnoses yourself. So with me, the 11 years went by really fast. I actually wish I could go back to school.
You would? Well,
it was that much fun.
Wow, well, you heard that from Dr. Simmons, that it was that much fun. Now, so you must love science and math, because I know you talked about anatomy and physiology. No, that's one of the things that you need. Most of the courses in the medical profession, you need that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes. You literally take everything from anatomy, physiology. In undergrad, you take up to a certain level of math. And basically you take things that we call pathology, histopathology. Basically you learn every part of the human body. First you learn the normal parts. That's why you get your anatomy and physiology. Then you learn the abnormal parts, which is pathology, or the study of diseases. So you kind of start from one end and go to the total other end of the spectrum. And as far as medical school goes, we start with those first 2 years learning about the basic information. Then the next 2 years, the last 2 years, you actually work on patients. You learn about patients, you meet patients, you learn how to deal with patients, you learn how to diagnose things hand-on, how to treat them with a hand-on approach.
Wow. Okay, now listen, young people, you hear Dr. Simmons, so you've got a lot of work cut out for you. One of the things that I know young people are interested in is about the salary. What's the range or the starting salary of a pediatrician?
Well, I'll tell you, out of all the medical professions, pediatricians make the least amount of money. And not to put anybody away from it, basically we make the least amount of money because kids are well. We do a lot of ear infections, a lot of colds, a lot of just regular child checkups. The range starts from somewhere around 90 to 100,000. I've seen some people make up near 200,000, but we tend to make. That's nothing to laugh at.
No, that's right.
That's a horrible amount of money. But basically, compared to other doctors, we definitely tend to make on the lower end of the spectrum.
That's right. And one of the things that you and I were talking about off the camera was about your family life and balancing work and family. Talk about that.
As pediatricians, the one great thing about being a pediatrician is that although we're actually very busy, as far as any other doctor, we're actually very busy, we tend to love our work a lot more. And so what happens is, because I enjoy working, when I go home, family life is actually very good. Believe it or not, I learn more from my children that I bring back to my practice as opposed to learning here and taking things home to take care of my kids. My kids teach me a lot about how to take care of kids in the office. Yes.
And that would be expected because how many children do you have now?
4.
4, and the ages are?
16, 10, 9, and 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
So being a pediatrician, unlike being an obstetrician, gynecologist, OBGYN, or some of the other professionals, do you get a lot of time, do you have a lot of time to spend with your children?
Yeah, it actually depends on the quality of life for a physician, depends on how often you're on call, how many of the doctors you work with, so it can vary greatly. For me, I'm in practice with another part-time doc, but still the quality of life is actually very good. Basically, usually I'm home by 5 o'clock on a good day, and I work maybe one weekend every other month, which is not bad at all. So I can say overall the quality of life is actually pretty good for pediatricians.
Wow.
And I also have to put a little plug in for us in the fact that pediatricians stay married longer, we live longer, and we burn out less than anybody else in the medical profession. So we actually tend to do. Most pediatricians are around for a very long time.
And do you think that has to do with the fact that you deal with children?
Definitely. I mean, kids definitely, they make our day. Even if we come in the office and we're upset or we've had a bad day, once we hit the office and the kids are running around and they're always doing something to make us laugh. So basically, we tend to get happy real quick. We have a lot of fun.
Wow, that is exciting. Well, the last thing I want to ask you about is your advice. I want you to look at the camera and really talk to our young people about any advice that you would give them if they're interested in going into the healthcare profession.
I think that the first thing that I would say is never give up. Don't let anybody deter you from what you want to be. When I was coming up and I was actually thinking about medicine, a lot of people said, oh, that's too hard, maybe you want to consider some other options. If you really want to do it, do it. Don't let anybody stand in your way. And although it might seem like it's a very long time, it's not. Because if you're doing something that you really enjoy, time goes by very fast. So don't get overwhelmed by the fact that it's medicine. Don't get overwhelmed by the fact that it's a long time. Because if it's something that you really want to do, in the long run, you'll be happy if you complete it.
Wow. Very well said. Dr. Simmons, thank you so much for letting us come here to the All Children's Pediatrics. We're here, as I said, at Port Royal City, South Carolina, in Beaufort County.